Hi, and welcome back to 3 and Out with Chris Spielman. I'm Mike O'Hara, brought to you again by Comerica. And Chris Spielman, a 2013 loss to the Detroit Lions to the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field on Sunday. But the news of the day and the week and maybe the season, Matthew Stafford did not play, did not start. 136-game streak of consecutive starts broken. You're a Detroit Lion, you're in that locker room. What's your reaction to your leader not being on the field?
Well, I think it has to be the reaction it is no matter who's playing or who's not playing. It doesn't matter. You have to still focus and do your job. And for the most part, I thought Jeff Driscoll did a pretty nice job. But obviously, you take a starting quarterback, and especially the one of the stature of Matthew Stafford, you take him out of the game, it's going to be tough duty. But I thought Jeff did a pretty good job hanging in there and made some good plays and made some plays with his feet. Unfortunately for the Lions, it wasn't enough. And Mitchell Trubisky, a guy who's been struggling, made more plays for the Bears.
Well, 3 touchdowns for Trubisky, 3 touchdown passes, I should say, and managed the game pretty well. But the Detroit Lions get off to a 6-0 lead with a couple of field goals from Matt Prater, and it's late in the second quarter when the Bears finally solve the Detroit Lions defense. Here's a touchdown pass to tight end Ben Brownchecker. Break it down, go 3 and out, tell us what you see.
Well, it's a pretty good release. And when we see the Lions get hurt, I mean, the man coverage is something that they're have not been, quite frankly, very good at this year. And you see Braunecker running with a quick little swim right there. Now, running back, guys, CJ Moore, 49, is sitting in the middle of the field. Now, if I'm Harris, 25, what I want to do is play on that outside shoulder of Braunecker because I can force him back into the safety where CJ Moore is. Unfortunately, he gets beat to the outside where he has no help, and that was a perfectly thrown ball by Mitchell Trubisky. The protection here is solid. What you want to look for from this angle is you see green grass between guard, center, and guard. He has that time to step up into the pocket. Mitchell Trubisky will make that throw, and it's a good throw and catch. But again, when you play man coverage and you play in Matt Patricia's system, you have to understand where your help is. And in this case, the help is on the inside and not the outside.
Okay, we move into the second half now in the first possession of the Chicago Bears, and they drive to another touchdown to widen their lead. They have a 1st and goal at the 9, break it down, go 3 and out. Tell us what you see on this touchdown pass to Tariq Cohen.
Well, once again, we have a little bit of confusion here on man. This is just what everybody does. It's a bunch route up to the left. See, the 3 receivers are together. They know they got Christian Jones in man coverage. It's just a simple little pick route, and Christian Jones has no chance because there's too much traffic. Now, what you want to be able to do in that situation, ideally, is you want to be able to pass this off. So you will the furthest most outside defender will pass it off to Christian Jones. When the outside defender's guy goes inside, Christian Jones can take him. Then you can have a corner sitting outside. It's called like a banjo coverage or a bunch coverage, where you pass those guys off inside if there's a pick scenario run, which we have here. Otherwise, you're asking your linebacker to do something that he can't do. I mean, we see this week in and week out, especially in short yardage and goal line. You're asking your guy to make a play. You can cover Tariq Cohen. But by the way, while you're doing that, you got to navigate through 3 other bodies, and it's just a well-executed play on the Bears' part.
And the Bears get another touchdown, Chris, to get up to 20-6, and the Lions finally strike back. A touchdown pass to Kenny Golladay on 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line. Break it down. Tell us what you see on Jeff Driscoll's pass to Kenny Golladay.
Well, I mean, I think this is just a great play by all involved, with especially Driscoll. On the snap of the ball, he's going to get under pressure. Now, I think I like about Driscoll is he steps up into the pocket, avoid the pressure. As soon as he avoids the pressure, immediately he gets his eyes downfield. He tells Golladay to go deep. Golladay doesn't need to be told to go deep because he knows it's a scramble drill. He's able to run the out and up off Fuller right there. Fuller's got caught looking back at the quarterback, left behind, and Golladay might have got away with a little bit of push there, but not enough to warrant a flag being thrown. But this is just a really good play. I want just a couple little details right here. First of all, avoiding the sack by stepping up into the pocket. Now watch the left arm. See him? Go deep, Kenny. Go deep. And I think it's a pretty darn good throw on a fadeaway to the sidelines where his guy or no guy can get it. So it's a really good play by Driscoll. And For the most part, Mike, I thought he played pretty darn well yesterday, considering the circumstances.
Well, that makes it 2013, and that's the final score. The Lions had one more shot at it, an interference call against Galladay on a 4th-and-1 completion. Really tough call, but that's the way it ended up. Chris Spielman, before we wrap it up for this week, you're the Detroit Lions now, and you're 3-5-1, and it's really some tough sledding. As it's snowing here in Detroit, I say that.
Yeah.
What's the mood in the locker room, and as a player, what do you look for to the inner strength to make some kind of challenge in the second half of the season?
Mike, I don't know the mood in the locker room. I just know this, that it's their playoffs start now. If they want to have any hope of getting to the postseason, now's the time. You got Green Bay running out to 8-2 and Minnesota running to 7-3. So those guys it's a tough catch up for them. But I think it is a situation where you feel like, okay, our season starts now. We have a chance to start over. If we can run a table, we still would have a pretty good shot to get in.
Well, that's not just empty talk from Chris Spielman, because in the 1995 Detroit Lions, they won their last 7 games to make the playoffs at 10-6. Chris Spielman, that's a wrap for this week. Next week, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Mike.